up y'all to this tale I'm gonna tell. It's fun, kinda tell. That's why I like it so well. It's about coming together between the north and the south and the high and there is happenings and natural come about. So gather close together, we'll have a grand old time as we listen to the folks across the Mason-Dixon line.
The godless commie left in this country would have you believe that Obama is the reincarnation of Jesus himself, when we all know that's ridiculous since reincarnation is make-believe. But it's quite sad the extent
I guess I'll get it.
Black Muslim extremists in this country will go to in order to excuse the behavior of Savior Obama. His socialist leanings, his anti-American stance on everything from killing children.
Keith? Mr. Mason, sir?
Keith's fine, son. What's up?
Right. There are these two very strange-looking guys standing just outside the front door.
Are they Jehovah's Witnesses?
I didn't see a copy of the Watchtower.
Mormons.
Neither one was wearing a tie.
Oh, it must be Duke and Wayne.
Huh. I wonder what they want this early in the morning. Wayne almost never gets up before noon on a Saturday.
Who are Wayne and Duke?
Two of Bobby's friends. They come over every other day or so, usually to try and get free food.
Bobby has friends?
Yep, life's just full of surprises, ain't it?
From the way you just described them, they're scavengers. Is that kind of thing common this far south of civilization?
Duke and Wayne are more like hobos. Scavengers put a little effort toward their struggle for survival.
Keith? Are you down here?
In here, sweetie pie.
What?
I said I wasn't here.
Sorry, Mom. He's only good for one pie a day.
Anton, I need to speak with Keith for a moment. Would you mind?
I'm gone.
Anything wrong?
Oh, no. It's just... We mentioned it once back before I left New York. I was thinking about the ceremony and wondering if it would be okay to start planning.
Sure, if that's what you want. Is there some practical reason why you're in such a hurry?
Yes. In case it slipped your mind, I'm pregnant.
Oh, I remember. It's nice you haven't forgotten.
Very funny. Keith, in a few short months, my body will begin swelling up like a humanoid version of the Goodyear blimp. If given the option, I prefer to walk rather than waddle down the aisle.
Dear, I'm probably stepping into something I shouldn't, but just so you know, if you're worried about what I'm going to think of you...
Please don't try to say that I'm beautiful no matter what, okay? I was married once before. When Anton was born, I went from a size 3 to a size 8. We went through 3 Stairmasters before I got my figure back to something resembling normal.
There's no way I can respond to that statement, so I'm just going to stand here quietly and nod.
Crap.
As long as we're on the subject, I've got some good news. I went ahead and stopped by the courthouse on my way home from work the other night. They now have our marriage license on record. We're officially registered.
I still can't believe we eloped in front of a judge. It sounds like something my sister would do.
It wasn't the wedding of the century, that's for sure. Since this sounds so important to you, feel free to order whatever you think you need.
Really? I thought it was the duty of the father of the bride to cover all the expenses.
I was sort of hoping I'd get on his good side this way. After all, I was the irresponsible hound that got his baby girl pregnant.
What? You're worried he'll show up for the ceremony carrying a shotgun and chewing on a blade or buckwheat?
Don't laugh. I saw that happen once.
When you were a kid?
No, about 3 years ago, my oldest brother was married. His father-in-law was a crack shot. During the reception, he shot the head off the groom on a wedding cake figure. Didn't even touch a frosting.
Maybe we should go through your side of the family first and see if there is anybody you don't want to invite.
That might be a good idea.
Oh, gays.
Hey, B-Dog. Where the hell you been, man? It's been days since we last seen you.
Well, lots been going on. I'll tell you about it once we get out of here.
What's the rush? Why can't we just sit here and chill for a bit? We got nothing else going on today, right, Duke?
Right. Sure, Wayne. Let's just chill.
Well, really, now ain't exactly the best time.
What's the deal, man? You got something else you'd rather be doing?
Can't explain that.
I mean, yeah. What's wrong, Bobby?
Guys, seriously, let's just go before...
Tide goes in, tide goes out.
Keith, are you down here?
That happens. And the
In here, sweetie pie.
looked at him like,
Oh, hi, Bobby.
tide goes out.
Hi, Mrs. Dixon.
And he tried to say like they and stuff. And O'Reilly was like, no, you can't explain.
Holy
Explain what happened because God
smokes!
doesn't.
Did you see that,
Godless
Duke?
commie left in this country would have
Oh,
you believe that
yeah.
Obama is the reincarnation of Jesus
Nice.
himself. When we all know that's
Bobby,
ridiculous. Since
Who the hell was that
reincarnation
number
is
that just
make
walked
believe.
through?
But
Uh,
quite sad.
Is she your dad's new girlfriend or something?
If she is, your old man had better watch his back, 'cause there ain't no way I'm passing up something that babylicious.
she's not my dad's girlfriend.
Hot damn! Step back, boys, and watch a pro go to work.
She's my new stepmom.
Gays in the military.
Wait, what?
The kind of
She and my dad eloped in New York City a week ago. That's why he was out of town and why I couldn't have either of you over.
it's really
If you'd taken your head out of your ass for a second, I would have explained somewhere more private.
is based on Christian values.
So who's this,
Atheist,
and what is he doing here?
really.
Let me guess. This one is the cunning linguist of the group.
Rational human being who could
Guys, this is Anton, my new stepbrother. Anton, this is Wayne and Duke. Though I think you met them earlier for a second when you left them out on the front porch.
I suspected they might have been Amway salesmen in disguise.
No one sells Amway door to door anymore.
I'm sure that applies for everywhere else, but from what I've seen so far, Alabama appears to be several decades behind the rest of the world. I thought to err on the side of caution.
You thought to who on the side of what?
Hey, it's nice to meet you, Anton.
Sure. Nice to meet you too. Duke, was it?
Ah, Christ. Enough of this lady circle bullshit garbage. The day's still young. I want to go out and mess around for a while.
Have fun.
You're welcome to join us if you want, Anton.
Thank you, Duke, but I think I'd rather go up to my room and dig through all the boxes full of memories of New York that are still lying around. Between that and the copious amount of swearing I plan on doing, my day is booked solid.
Anton?
Oh dear. One moment, please. The professor beckons.
It's really quite a sad state of affairs when they can't admit
Yes?
that the country is based
Go
on
with them.
Christian values. I mean,
You're serious.
I'm serious. Go with them, Anton.
I mean,
Why?
Because Keith and I have a lot of work to do, and you just be in the way. This is your chance to get to know Bobby and his friends better.
The moon goes down.
I agree. This would be an ideal time to do that sort of thing, assuming I ever wanted to in the first place.
Go. Be a normal 14-year-old teenager for once. Since we're new in town, you have my permission to do one utterly stupid thing today, provided that it doesn't involve the cops.
You are serious. What brought this sudden change of attitude on? And how come I was never given a free pass like this before?
It's probably best if you don't question it too much. Chase after girls, jump fences, or whatever it is that small town boys do. Play in the mud, go ride bikes. I want to find out when you get back that you spend the afternoon bonding with them.
If you want us to bond, we're going to need some extra strong adhesive.
Get going.
Oh dear, it would seem that while I was conversing with my dear sweet mother, my newfound friends deserted me. Oh where could they have gone? Drat, they don't appear to be anywhere in sight. I suppose I have no choice but to go and look for them.
Anti-patriotic sentiments that these people express.
It's no use. I've searched all that I can. All hope is lost. I will just have to consign myself to spending the remainder of the day alone.
They're standing outside the front yard!
Atheists. Really? What are you thinking? I mean,
When did her hearing get to be so acute? And how does she know that? Wait, who was I just asking? And furthermore, why am I still standing here as though waiting for someone to reply? This place is really beginning to mess with my head.
Okay, I think we got some time to ourselves, finally.
Looks like it, yeah. Funny that.
Since we don't have much time to work with, I was thinking we could have a small ceremony.
Right.
I don't expect many of my friends will be able to make it, but my parents will want to come, and if I don't invite my sisters, they'll never let me forget it.
We'll need to send an invitation to my brothers, of course, and my mom. Actually, speaking of which,
I should really go upstairs and get my notebook. It has the addresses and contact information of everyone I'll want to invite programmed inside.
Your notebook is upstairs, huh?
Let me run and get it. I'll be right back.
Why don't I come with you? You might need some help finding it.
Sure. Whatever.
So I got it narrowed down between Macy Gibbler from French class and Sue Green. Of course, there's also Alice Shorewood, but she still hasn't dumped that loser from the Booster Club yet. Can you believe that?
I can, but feel free to call Ripley anyway.
Isn't Sue Green going out with Chuck Jones?
Last I heard they were. And didn't Macy Gibbler try to file for a restraining order against you?
Gibbler's just filler in the off chance Green doesn't come around right away. I'm not worried, though. Come on, 10 minutes in my arms, and she'll forget all about that lightweight.
So his plan is to give her amnesia? The plot thins.
Wow. How can you be so sure, Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne, enlighten us.
Look at who you boys are talking to here. Once we're alone, I'll have her singing a new tune.
Most likely a commercial jingle for a fast-acting product.
Say, guys, as long as we're in town, would any of you mind if I hit the joy button to see my mom for a second?
Terrific. This place is messing with my head again. Now I'm hearing things.
Ah, you forget your milk money again, Dookie boy.
Lay off 'em, Wayne. It won't take but a second. And any woman that can tolerate your presence for that long deserves to have a statue erected in her honor.
I'm sure I'll regret asking, but could you repeat that, Duke?
Sure. Repeat what?
You were saying something about hitting a joy button and your mom?
Right. The Joy Bun, right down the street. That's where my mom works on weekends.
It's a fabric store.
Ah, what do you know? I'm relieved.
Yeah, you can find it if you look across the street. See? It's across from the organ grinder.
Organ grinder?
It's where they sell musical instruments.
The organ grinder. And the joy button.
And right down the street is the jazz spot. Hey, we should go eat there.
Jazz spot?
It's a new music-themed burger joint that opened up about a month ago.
We ate there last week. Let's slide on down to the sausage factory instead.
That's...
You know what? I'm not even going to touch that one.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah. Anton, are you feeling alright? You look kinda dizzy.
Oh, I'm fine. I just seem to have wandered into the land of ever-increasing ironic innuendo by mistake. Bobby, if you don't mind, could I have a word with you? Okay, be straightforward with me. Are you guys trying to mess with me, or are you serious? Because I honestly can't tell which right now.
What are you talking about? I thought we were just giving you a tour of the town.
Seriously?
Yeah, for real.
The sad thing is, I believe you. And I think I would have preferred it if you guys had really been trying to put one over me. What sort of messed up cloud cuckoo lander town is this?
This is all normal. Just wait though. Kennatuck Falls can get pretty strange every once in a while.
I can't wait.
Okay. I think I got it.
Do you need a little help?
No, I got it. I knew if I dug around in here long enough I'd find it.
Great. So, who's first on the list?
Let's see. Damn, this piece of crap takes forever to boot up. I really should have had it upgraded before I left New York.
I think there's a Best Buy or something downtown. You might find a better model there.
Really? Kennatuck Falls actually has a Best Buy.
Well, they won't make you a new one with a hammer and forge if that's what you were looking for.
Ha ha ha. Wait, here we go. Okay, so I want to invite my parents and sisters, of course. There's an aunt or two I should probably mail an invitation to, even though it's probably a waste of time.
What about all your friends back in New York? Won't they be flying down?
Actually, most of my friends left New York already. A few years ago, in fact.
How come?
We all just got on with our lives, I guess. Ever since I started teaching, I didn't have the spare time I used to. Then there was my first published work, and that ate up even more time. And of course I had Anton by then, and he was a handful.
Anton seems pretty self-sufficient. Part of me kind of wishes Bobby could have been that way.
Anton is complicated. Don't ask me why, he just wound up that way. I guess that makes me a horrible mother, huh?
I never said that.
Yeah, but sometimes I wonder. Anyway, after a while, my circle of friends got smaller. There were emails and text messages, comments from time to time on MySpace or Facebook. But gradually those got farther and farther apart. Before I knew it, it was just Anton and me a lot of the time. I guess I got used to it.
I can't say my side of the guest list is much better. It was just me and my two older brothers after my dad left.
Your dad left you?
When I was 6, my mom finally filed for divorce on grounds of abandonment. I had to help where I could. Then before I knew it, I was married again, trying to be a good father, a good husband.
That part I remember. Incidentally, I hope you won't be too mad if we forget to send your ex-wife an invitation.
No, not really. I'm a little surprised you remembered. The only time I think we talked about that before was that night in the bar.
I wasn't that drunk, Keith. And I happen to have been pretty, schnookered to have forgot a story like that.
So, I guess it really is going to be a small ceremony, huh?
I could live with that. What?
What?
You were looking at me funny.
No, I wasn't. Was I?
Yes, you were. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Nothing much, honestly. I was just thinking before that it's just that it feels so quiet in this house. Usually by now Bobby's come back with his friends and they're making a racket in the living room or down the hall in his room or out in the backyard.
Anton can go for hours without making a single peep. It's kind of unsettling if you want to know the truth.
Lord, I can't imagine what that's like.
There were times back in New York where hours would pass and I would forget he was in the apartment with me. Then he'd do something simple like close the refrigerator door and I'd almost jump out of my seat. I end up yelling at him to keep it down out of reflex.
I don't think Bobby understands the meaning of quiet.
I'm sorry about earlier. I'm used to it being quiet, but that usually means I'm alone. At some point I forgot what sharing a place with someone was like.
You always had Anton.
Anton is my son, Keith. I meant sharing a place with another man. There are a few minor nuances that differentiate the two.
Differentiate, huh? That's an awful big word for my poor country bumpkin head. You might have to explain it to me. You know, slowly.
How slowly?
Real slow. Son of a damn bitch!
Anton? Holy Christ, what happened to you?
I discovered the joys of football. If you'll excuse me, I need to go lie down and bleed for a little while.
There's ointment and bandages in the bathroom. Don't worry, son. This kind of thing always looks worse than it is.
That's the second time today I've heard that.
Come on, Anton, let's get you cleaned up.
Ordinarily, I would be mortified by this situation, but the pain is holding that in check.
Explain, Bobby. Now.
Wayne, Duke and I were showing him what a line of scrimmage is.
God damn it, Bobby.
What? Can I help it if he's a wimp?
You couldn't, God damn it!
Sheesh, Dad, it's not like I brought him home missing an arm or anything.
That's really not the issue here. Listen, did you happen to see Granny Mason when you were coming in?
No. What's she got to do with all this?
No, nothing. I was worried she might have seen you or Anton from across the street. That's all.
I didn't see her out on her lawn feeding the cats. Come to think of it, she hasn't been by all week. Hope everything's okay.
Your grandmother's fine, Bobby. I might have told her that you weren't feeling well is all.
What?
Actually, I told her you were sick with the chicken pox.
Dad, why would... Wait, you mean you still haven't told her yet?
Well, things have been kinda hectic. I mean, first with the move, then getting unpacked, and now planning the wedding ceremony.
You do realize that the longer you wait, the more likely it is that Granny Mason will hit the roof when she finally finds out that you eloped in New York City with Kate, right?
I'm just waiting for the right time to tell her. That's all.
And there's no time like the present. If you'll excuse me, I'll be hiding in my room away from the blast radius.
You honestly believe that's safe?
Hey, I was the one who wanted us to build an underground shelter in case of a tornado. At this point, I'll take what I can get.
Please, God, let it be an Amway salesman.
Listen up, y'all, to this tale I'm gonna tell. It's fun, kinda tell. That's why I like it so well. It's about a coming together between the north and the south and the hilarious happenings and natural chemical. So gather close together, we'll have a grand old time as we listen to the folks across the Mason-Dixon line.